Surprise, thought Mom when we rushed into my apartment. She stepped back, and there, standing in a corner of the living room, was our plastic Christmas tree. It was festooned with decorations and colored lights. Dad was hanging the final glass ball on a top branch. "Well, what do you think?" he asked with a grin as he adjusted a strand of tinsels. "Wow, it's beautiful," said Stella, with a sick kind of groan. "Awesome," mumbled Beavis. "It's great," I muttered. Mom shot me a scowl. "Richie, I thought you'd be thrilled to see a Christmas tree." "I am," I blurted out, forcing myself to sound enthusiastic. "It's the best Christmas tree ever." Dad stepped back, admiring his handiwork. "Now there's somewhere for Santa to leave your presents, Richie." The mention of the word Santa sent a shiver down my spine. "Yes, Santa," I uttered in a choked voice. "What's the matter, Richie?" Mom gave me a worried look, the kind she does when she thinks I got a fever. Then she flashed a glance at Beavis and Stella. "You all look kind of pale. You're not coming down with something, are you?" "Did something scare you?" Dad questioned. "You all look kind of jumpy." "No, nothing could scare us, Mr. Chua," Beavers declared boldly. "We've just been running around helping Richie finish his essay." We found into my room where Stella unpacked our shopping. She slipped my essay into the folder she'd chosen. Then she took some glue and began to decorate the cover. I'd never be able to look at another Christmas tree without thinking of that hideous Santa, she commented. I shuddered. I don't ever want to see another Santa for the rest of my life. "We've got to find out who or what he was," said Beavis, a determined set to his jaw. "I mean, what are we what was he what was he doing down there at the mall? Maybe some people are in danger. Maybe he's going to attack all those little kids and eat them." "But what can we do?" I asked Mom numbly. The last thing I wanted to do was come face to face with Santa Claus again. Then a sickening thought struck me. Hey, if he had those claws under his gloves, what do you think he's got under his beard? "I don't want to think about it," said Stella, fixing the holly to the cover with double-sided tape. She patted it into place. "I wonder what St. Nicholas would have thought if he'd seen that weird Santa." "Hey guys, listen up," Beavis persisted. "We have to warn the people who run the shopping mall that they've got a fake Santa down there who's really a monster." "How?" I challenged. "We can just ring them up and say one of your Santas is a zombie." Beaver lapsed into a troubled silence, chewing a fingernail. "Don't do that," hissed Stella. "It's a bad habit." She stuck in a quick breath. "It also reminds me of that Santa with the claws." By the time she finished, my essay looked fabulous. It was sure to win a prize. She carefully wrapped it in Christmas paper, and I placed it on top of my bag for school the next day. There was a knock on my door, and Mom poked her head around the corner. "Dinner's ready. I hope you're all starving." We looked at one another. All that talk about eating mice or rats had killed our appetites. "Okay, Mom, we'll be right out," I said cheerily, but my stomach felt like a toilet was being flushed inside it. When Mom was gone, Stella rose to her feet. "Your parents will be worried if we don't go and eat," she said. "Let's stop thinking about that thing we saw today." "Fine," agreed Beavis sarcastically. "We don't think about him again. We'll just wait until he claws teeth to death in the mall. And while I ate Mom's delicious chicken, I couldn't help wondering whether Beavers was right. We'd had a warning. We'd seen the monster that was posing as Santa. The question was, what should we do about him? I helped myself to another piece of chicken, idly wondering where Santa Claus was at that moment and what he was doing.